Filing a claim with the Veteran Administration could be a complex matter. Retired Air Force Chief Master Sergeant Chuck Norton says the first thing a service member must do is to determine whether or not they have a valid medical condition, which happened while they were in active duty status.
We have people in this briefing today that still have a year left on their military service, and they're already coming to the briefings to try and understand the process that's required so they can prepare. Obtaining medical documentation is a key element in a claim, whether it be in your military medical records or if you're seeing a private doctor off base. The information that's contained in those medical records is a key element to support whatever the medical condition is that you're claiming.
If the service member went in for diagnosis and treatment and then had ongoing care and treatment over the years until separation, then they may have the basis for filing a claim.
We want the veteran to know that if they're filing for a disability compensation claim, that they're not in it alone. Okay, as it was in my case initially. You know, I had no idea what was going on, so I thought I could handle it by myself. But wrong answer. So that's what we do here. We want to share this information with them and let them know that they're not, they don't have to do this on their own.
One thing a service member could do is to educate themselves as early as possible in their military career about the VA claims process.
My one big takeaway was I don't think you can get started early enough to come to a briefing like this. I'm probably a year out, and I think I got started right when I should have. I'm doing this before my TAPS briefing. I kind of was strategic. I saw the difference between the two of them, and I'm glad I did it that way. So I'd recommend anybody do this briefing, then go to TAPS so that you can see what you're missing out on.
I wish I would have known about this briefing when I retired, because it took 2 years, over 2 years, for me to get a rating from the VA. There's lots of things that I didn't know. I wished that I would have known even when I was active duty, because the importance of going to the doctor and getting things documented is imperative.
As a security forces member, we are held to a standard. We have to work with weapons and whatnot. And what I did learn is, when you do see that you have medical issues, you try to avoid being seen for them. So you don't want to get your gun taken away. You want to still go to work and fulfill your duties. However, in the VA claims processing, if you do not pursue your medical issues, you're going to lose everything that you deserve when you get out.
In Georgia, there's the Department of Veteran Services, who have highly trained representatives, and there's one located in every county. This assistance is also available in every state across the country. Concerning post-traumatic stress disorder, or PTSD, veterans need to understand the VA guidelines.
The VA has a policy. The only people that can diagnose a veteran with PTSD is a certified VA psychiatrist. The process is simple. If the veteran is filing post-traumatic stress disorder, they have to put in their claim a particular stressor that convinces the VA that they were either in fear of their life or they were witnessing horrific events. For example, fellow veterans dying around them in combat. It can't be a simple little thing of, I fell and hurt myself and now I can't get the image out of my mind. There is another type of PTSD too, which is involving sexual assaults. So it's not just the PTSD for like being in a combat situation, but there are very specific guidelines. I also have the form for that, and I have all the guidelines and the information to go with it.
The VA claims process is about information and documentation. Information from those who have a working knowledge of the process, and documentation from your doctor or your healthcare professional. These two things in its completeness can help a person's claims process go a lot smoother. Reporting from Robins Air Force Base for Air Force Reserve Command, I'm Manuel Smith.